Hey, what's happening? Brian Willett here. You know, it's Sunday afternoon, really Sunday evening. I didn't get my workout in this morning like I normally do, but I'm getting it in now, just finishing up a nice 5 miles. So anyway, I was thinking this afternoon on my run here about something called the expected life. Okay, now most of us fall victim to that expected life based off our environment and where we grow up. Now, I'm not talking bad about where I grew up. I'm not talking bad about my life, but we all fall victim, and I do call it victim because you become a victim of that environment, of that expected life. Okay, and so whatever that expected life is in your environment, most of us fall victim to it. And let me just tell you my life experience, okay? Like most of us, I went to high school, I graduated, and then I went to work. That's what I did. I worked hard. But I said, you know what, this is not going to get me where I want to go. So I went back to college and got a degree, went back to work. Well, this time I said, well, now I got some student loan debt. Why not get some house debt to go along with it, along with this nice truck and the debt that goes with that? And so here I am now living that expected life, okay? And again, there's nothing wrong with that life, okay, if you choose to live it, but I just didn't want to. Okay, but I continued that on for several years. And not till I got to about the age of 33, I got around different people, got into a different environment, and I learned very quickly that that expected life that I was falling victim to wasn't the expected life I had to live. I could choose a different life to live. And so at that point in time, I made the choice, okay, to live a different life, okay? And so what I had to do is I had to go and I had to get around the right people. All right, I had to learn and develop a new philosophy, okay, which meant I had to study. I had to learn, become more educated, and I really just had to get away from what I'd been associated with in the past and get around some new people with new philosophies that thought much, much bigger than I ever thought. You know, for example, some of my friends are here on may watch this video and they remember us sitting in the maintenance shop when we were maintenance technicians. We were all making, I don't know, 13 to 18 bucks an hour. And I can remember us talking about what it would be like if we could make $40 and $50 and $60,000 and how that would change our life. Okay, that $40, $50, $60,000 would change our life. And we used to have those conversations. It was hilarious. And at that time when we were thinking that way, it was a big deal to finally get to those numbers. And you know what happened to me was when I started changing my philosophy, I eventually did get to those numbers and far surpassed those types of financial numbers, earning that type of income, right? And as I look back on it, I respect the process that I had to go through, but I'm so thankful that now I've shifted my thinking, and the expected life that I have is much bigger, much bolder, much more, worldwide versus just narrow in scope. And it's because I started to change my philosophy. I started investing into my own personal education, my own personal development. I'm not talking about formal education. Sure, I got a master's degree in business and other degrees, but what I'm talking about is that ongoing personal development. And that personal development, reading the right books, getting around the right people, attending the right training, the right seminars, and getting around the right people is the only way that I changed that philosophy that I had on that expected life to this new life that I'm trying to live. And I encourage you to do the same. You got to get around the right people. You got to start training your mind with new information. You got to really probably get out of the environment that you're in and the people that you're around. I hate to say it, but that's the God honest truth. So that's just what was on my mind tonight as I wrap up tonight's little workout is, what is that expected life that you want to live? And are you living it now? Is that the expected life? Or do you have higher expectations for yourself? Do you want to live a different life? And you have to get out of what you're doing right now to be able to do that. Hope you found some value in today's videos. If you did, please share it with someone else. And I'll talk to you soon. Make it a great night.